All right, we're going to join Mike Eppel over at 680. Mike, we are talking, well, trade talks next week should be interesting between the U.S. and China.
Back in the spotlight again, Melanie. Good morning. As U.S. and Chinese trade negotiators are set to meet for what is expected to be last-ditch efforts to avoid an escalation in the trade war between the two trade superpowers. March 1st is the deadline to get a deal in place to avoid an escalation of tariffs on both sides. And the talk going in is that they're a long way from any type of settlement. And in fact, this morning there are reports that U.S. President Donald Trump may expand some banning of some Chinese telecommunications hardware coming into the United States through an executive order sometime next week. And he doesn't have any formal meetings planned with China's leadership over the next 2 weeks either. So we are seeing markets down on the nervousness from that this morning. Saw a sell-off on Wall Street yesterday. The Dow was down 220 points, and the TSX is coming off just its first money-losing day of the week and just fifth down day of the year. It was down only 9 points in Thursday's trade. Jobs report coming up today from StatsCan. First look at how the Canadian economy did for job creation in January. The numbers expected to show actually a pullback of about 5,000 lost jobs after some pretty good numbers to wrap up 2018 on the labor front. More questions expected today in Ottawa about possible political interference in a court case regarding SNC-Lavalin, the Montreal-based engineering company. The Globe and Mail story yesterday that was front and center in political circles with the Prime Minister denying that there was any direction to the former Justice Minister in the SNC-Lavalin case. However, the numbers or the indication that this is still an overhang for SNC specifically, they're saying the uncertainty about this could actually make them a takeover target and delay some business. That stock was down by about 2% in yesterday's trade. First time in about 5 years that Barbie sales have topped $1 billion for the year, a resurgence for that brand for Mattel, seeing better than forecast earnings for Mattel. That share price up by 16% in pre-market trade this morning. And Roger, interesting move by Apple, rewarding the 14-year-old Arizona teen who discovered the bug in FaceTime earlier this week. Apple saying that teenager will be getting a handsome reward to pay for his education. They're not saying exactly how much it is, but you have to figure Apple's got some deep pockets, and that kid could be set
and if it's
for a very high-tech education indeed.
And if it's a handsome reward for education down in the States, that could be like $100,000.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money the way the U.S. education system works, indeed.
And they're still saving money on that, hand over fist, even
Probably
with that,
so.
even that little donation to them. Well, good for them for actually stepping up on that, though, and doing it.
Indeed.
Beautiful, Mike. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend, sir.